Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Today I'm back at the church parking lot, and I have the Turbo Timber by E-Flight with me. Get some flying in. We do have a little bit of wind, and so I'm counting on Safe to help me out today because it was blowing the plane backwards and all that kind of stuff. And I did bring the Eachine Mini P-51. It definitely did fly better than the F4U, and I'd like to get it back in the air and just kind of confirm that it handles the wind okay. Guys, if you guys like this channel and videos, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Give me that thumbs up and leave some great comments. Let's get this thing in the air and see what happens. Hey, Jermaine and Dave. See you guys hopped on. Appreciate it. I did mess up my settings on my headband here just a little bit, so hopefully we're not too far off. You see the P-51 sitting there ready to go. We'll fly it next and get the Turbo Timber in the air. We'll go one click on the flaps.
Timer stop.
We'll ease it out there. We're not going to need too much runway. The wind's coming from the cornfield over there.
Timer start.
You can see it wanting to lift off already. There we go. I think I told you guys I'd drop my transmitter and bust one of the switches off. It just happened to be the one that I always use for rates, and so I had to adjust that before I started flying. Looks nice and calm in the wind. Hopefully the wind's not making too much noise over my phone microphone. I can hear it whistling through my ears.
Timer stop.
Still one click on the flaps, just kind of putting along. We'll take the flaps off. Here we go.
Timer stop.
We'll bring it back around to see what it looks like. And see them landing lights popping under the prop.
Timer start.
Oh, still in safe.
Remaining 4 minutes.
So let's click it out of safe. Here we go. Got plenty of rudder authority there, helping me push the tail down and force the motor up. We got no safe on now. We will try to get that back on before I land. Woo! See the wind really playing with it. And of course I'm playing with it too. Like seeing it roll and all that kind of stuff. Don't want to get too low without safe on. The wind is kicking it back and forth. They're using the rudder to hold it on its side.
Timer stop.
I was watching some videos of Nate flying at the Benton County Airport, and he was having some serious wind effect on those little airplanes. Even that Otter, I think he had a problem. And he was real quick to get on that switch and save it. So that was pretty awesome. And if you're learning to fly, that's probably not a bad thing to learn to do. Is really flip that switch on quick. Anytime it looks like it's not in the right kind of way. And just flip it into safe like that, and it'll level them wings out nicely for you. There we go. We have full flaps now. Trying not to kill the throttle completely, but I am below a quarter throttle. Here, we'll bring it back up just a little bit.
Timer start.
You can see those full flaps just slow it way down. And I can just, with safe on, I can just keep it just floating right along there. It's so much fun to do.
Timer stop.
It's not always something that I
Timer start.
believe I'd be capable to do without the safe.
Timer
And
stop.
I like technology, you know. I'm not one of these guys that, oh, you should be able to do it all on your own, or it's not true flying. You let the airplane do it all for you, and I don't know, it's all part of the airplane. So if you can afford the technology to put in there, put it in there. I mean, we'll put dehedral in the wing. Way back in the day, it might not be the way the airplanes were built, and we'd put it in there to help keep the fuselage down level. So it's just using a different kind of technology, electronics or design, and so I don't see much difference in using some good old electronics to make something fly better. And of course, as I get older, I'll probably count on it more and more, actually. Let's bring it in one last time for the landing.
Timer start. Timer stop.
Just like that. Nice and easy. Oh, stopped in the shadow. See the wind's wanting to push it backwards. And let's see if I can get it to turn one way or the other. just want to get it to stop rolling. Maybe if I turn these flaps off, that'll help some. I think we're good right there. We'll leave that sit there while I get the P-51 in the air. Now, it doesn't have a steerable tail wheel, and we're kind of into the wind just right. So make sure I'm in the beginner mode. Like that. I want to give it full up on the elevator and ease into the throttle. Make sure it, oh, I almost forgot, you got to arm the ESC. So you got to move the stick all the way up and all the way down, and now the motor's ready to go. So full elevator. I'm going to ease into that throttle and up she goes. Nice and easy. And we'll try to keep it a little closer than I did with the turbo. That way you guys can see it a little bit. You can see the wind is just doing all kinds of stuff to it, but the gyros in this thing working extra hard to keep it nice and level for me. Keep it nice and easy. I'm thinking the F4U that I have, there might be something with the elevator on it, not quite right. So I don't know if it's, I've never flown an F4U. I can tell you this one is really easy to fly, and that F4U was a handful like the FMS 0, even with the gyro on. So to me, it's not really too good for a beginner. But it might have just been the one individual airplane that I had. So, like I said, I've never flown F4U. I don't know if it was characteristic or if it was just quality of that one airplane. But you can see this one takes off and lands super easy. No problems at all. I like that number 7 on the side. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a number 7 on it, like it's a race plane. And if you didn't already know, they did used to race these quite a bit. We'll take back off. Nice and easy into the throttle. You can see it's just lifting up, nice and easy, and circle back around into the wind. I got to be careful. I want to kill that throttle and let it just about stop, but the gyros are doing so much work to keep it nice and easy. It looks like it's okay, but then all of a sudden it'll completely stall. I don't want that to happen. So I got to keep a little bit of throttle going and kind of just working it back and forth. so it doesn't get too far too fast. That way you guys can see what it's doing. It is so much fun. I fly this one probably every day, but it would get really boring for you guys. But I have so much fun flying this. It's probably even funner, or funnerist, than Turbo Timber there. Because this one's, like I've said before, this one is what I call stress-free flying. I'm not too worried if I hurt this airplane. I know that it's pretty indestructible, so even if I hit the ground, it's not going to hurt it. It didn't cost a lot of money, so I mean, win there. This thing is fun to watch in the air. It's easy to fit in my car. I mean, it's got about everything going right for it. It's for the price. I do have a link down in the description box for anybody that might not have already picked one of these up, because I know a lot of people have said to buy this plane. And they did give me a discount code for like 10% off. So I want to make sure I shared that with everybody. Like I said, in case you hadn't already got it, there's probably just about everybody who watches my channel already has this airplane. In fact, who knows, it might not be available. I didn't check before I came out to fly if they were sold out yet, but man, this airplane's so much fun. And I was right, even with this wind. And this is about the kind of wind I was dealing with the F4U, and this thing's handling it with no problem. You can see it's just creeping down for the landing. Super easy, man. Too much fun. Nothing to the takeoffs and the landings. Just ease into the throttle so it doesn't dip the nose down. And then for the landing, you just kind of let it slow down. Give it about, I don't know, maybe half elevator for the landing. Oh, you can see I had a little too much speed and let the elevator off, and the prop popped off. But you guys have seen it just snaps right back into place. No problem at all. But that's a good spot to end the video. I'll just pop that back on. Guys, I do apologize for not flying this weekend. We did have a death in the family, and yeah, those things happen, and so I wasn't able to really get out and fly. In fact, I'll admit I didn't really feel like it. And then of course we had a pretty good storm roll through here yesterday, and so I was super happy to get out and fly today. That's why I brought 2 airplanes, and I appreciate everybody watching the videos and supporting the channel. Till next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Oh, the wind blew it back down where it's supposed to be. Thanks, guys.